This is not clickbait, I swear, but my answer isn't quite one word, so you're gonna have to sit tight for just a moment. Hey you guys, welcome back, and look, I colour coordinate! Sorry I haven't been up to much recently. Super Beat Sonic. Last month I released Unraveling Deluxe and Unraveling Premium. Thank you guys so much for supporting the new album. And if you're interested, head on over to bentleyjones.com to grab your copy now. Plug, plug, plug! Otherwise, there's loads of music and videos from my latest album right here on YouTube, so don't forget to press that subscribe button and also turn on notifications so you get the latest updates and you don't get left behind like some sad loser. Anyway, Happy New Year! I've just got back from America where I had a great time with my friends and my bae. I also got a chance to hang out with Brian Hazard, aka Color Theory, and his awesome family again in California, and I managed to have time to throw myself off the top of a Vegas hotel, and you can see that video right now here on my channel. I'll leave a link in the description. So it's a new year and I wanted to start by tackling something quite important and serious, but not get too heavy about it, so don't expect some big emotional outbursts or a huge dramatic reveal, because quite frankly I haven't got the energy for it. And this is something worth celebrating, not commiserating. I want anyone who's going through any similar issues about their sexuality to feel the same way, to feel good about themselves. Anyway, let's not bury the lead. A couple of months ago, well actually it was towards the end of November, and then I got super busy, so sucks for promptness. I did an interview with DNA magazine in Australia talking about the new album Unraveling, but also a few personal things. First of all, a massive thank you to Mark and DNA magazine for doing such an awesome interview, but also thanks to a group of you guys who sent me a bunch of messages when the interview came out after you read it. Thank you so much. Your messages really lifted me up and gave me affirmation that I was doing the right thing, so I was very grateful. Thank you. So in this interview I mentioned I had a boyfriend. Simple. And I was so glad that this information was in print and out there for consumption, because I've always been very open about expressing my sexuality. I've never shied away from playing around with my image and presenting myself in a way that, quite frankly, many male artists just don't.
And then there was the Type video. I thought we keep it tight.
The song Type on my latest album Unraveling deals with how my depression and anxiety was affecting my relationship at the time. And because the song reflected real life, I wanted the video to do the same thing. So in the video I end up kissing an Italian model. And if you haven't seen the video yet, where have you been? I'll leave a link to the music video in the description for you. So I certainly haven't shied away from expressing my sexuality, but I haven't exactly spoken directly about it either. And so I thought the music video for Type would be a really good way to erase any ambiguity that might be left about my sexuality. I was very wrong. The Type video somehow seemed to throw up more questions than answers, and on the one hand I kinda liked that, because I do believe that sexuality is fluid and you shouldn't be required to declare it. Plus, as an artist, it's my job to create characters and worlds that aren't necessarily a direct reflection of me in real life either. So there's often a certain level of fiction to my work, which does leave most things up for questioning. But on the other hand, every time I open up about myself, I get lots of comments and messages from you guys saying that you love it because you feel closer to me, and I love that. I really do. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing right now. Alone, in my house, with no one to talk to, apart from this camera, on a sad Friday night.
Just kidding!
And I want to nourish that. I want our connection to grow and intensify, like a slightly overeager first date who declares their love for you straight after dinner and then stands outside your house after walking you home, and you end up having to block them on your phone, but they get a new phone and you have to block them all over again and on social media, and then they start following you to the gym, and when you visit your family and
things get very dark very quickly.
I'm not that person, I promise.
For starters, yes folks, I am going to be one of those annoying people that says, I don't believe in labels, I believe everyone is individual and unique and should be free to express themselves however they want to, and therefore I'm not going to give you an answer. And yes, honestly, that is what I truly believe, but wait, But wait, I am gonna give you an answer, I promise. Just bear with me 1 second. Firstly, I need to say, and this is very important, your sexuality, it's personal, it's precious, and it's private. You should never feel pressure to talk about it, explain yourself, or attach a label to yourself unless you feel 100% comfortable and ready to do so. Until then, everyone else can
Just f off.
But as a little bit of a social activist, I am fully aware that labels do help establish communities and support systems for people who share commonalities, as well as educate people about these very important issues. So in that respect, in terms of labels, in terms of that sliding scale of sexuality, and for everybody out there who is determined to stick a label on everything and everyone, I'm gay. I'm gay. I'm pretty gay.
I'm gay.
I am as gay as the day is long. And I don't expect this to be a surprise or a big reveal to anyone really. I've been out since I was 17 and I have been using all kinds of pronouns in my songs from the very early stages of my career. But I get so many messages all the time about some of you that are struggling with their sexuality or being discriminated against because of it. And that is the reason why I'm doing this video. I want to open up a conversation between us about this because when I've experienced issues and discrimination,
Trust me, I still experience issues and discrimination.
I've been so grateful to have had someone to talk to, someone who has my back. But I know not everyone is as fortunate as I've been, so if I can be that person for someone, then all of this would have been worth it. So if you've been affected by any of the issues that have been raised in this video, you can message me anywhere you can find me. I'll leave all of my links to social media in the description, but I'm also going to leave some support links there as well, in case you want to speak to someone who is much more qualified than I am. So my personal journey with my sexuality has been a bit of a twisty-turny one, kinda like all of my life journeys. I came out when I was 17 and not all of my family was supportive, which was really difficult to deal with at the time, but I had an amazing circle of friends who became my family, and together we helped each other through that really tricky time. We grew up in what is officially the most homophobic town in the country, so much for nature versus nurture, and sadly it has been an issue when it's come to my work in the music industry. I have experienced discrimination because of my sexuality, which might sound shocking to some of you in 2018, but probably my most surprising experiences was with a couple of the major companies I've been signed to in Japan, which really opened my eyes to how the Japanese music industry views LGBT artists as well as the LGBT community. But don't misunderstand, I do feel like my sexuality has kind of been key to some of my successes as well. I get to play around with my image so much. I get to use all of the color crayons in the box instead of just 2 of them. I've been with my boyfriend now for almost 4 years, and even though we are both 2 very confident, strong people, we still, as a couple, experience discrimination and judgment from people around us everywhere we go in the world. Even people who claim to be our friends or even our family. And that is just a sad, ugly but accurate reflection of our current society. And even though things are changing, sometimes they're just not changing fast enough, god damn it! But I want to keep things positive. I really hope that this video will add to that positive change that is slowly working its way through the world. And if not, then at least it might have helped clear up any ambiguity that might be left about me.
And if not, I'll have to blast it out of the atmosphere with a big pink sparkly bazooka that shoots rainbows while playing show tunes.
If you want to hear me talk about this topic further or have any other questions for me, come stalk me on social media. Use the hashtag AskBen and I might answer your question in my next vlog. Or if you want to shoot me a private message, my social media links will be in the description below. As I said before, I'm going to leave some support links there too for anyone who feels like they might need it. I hope this has opened up a new conversation between us and I hope you like this video too. Please click the subscription button below and don't forget to check out more of my music in retailers everywhere, as well as my official site bentleyjones.com, where you can find a bunch of exclusives, and also right here on YouTube. I'll see you all again very soon. Until then, bye bye.
Songs that